Guys, in this video, I will explain what a time frame is and which time frame is best suited for trading with the superhero system. So, first of all, for trading the basic time frame, I believe it's best to use 15 minutes. That is, when each candlestick represents 15 minutes. But we have many different time frames. For those who don't know where to switch them, it's right here on this bar. On this strip at the top of the platform, there are buttons to select the time frame. And when we press M1, it means that each candlestick, let me zoom in, each candlestick appears with a period of 1 minute with that interval. That is, it takes 1 minute to form a candlestick. And when we click on the menu chart, we see candlesticks, each of which represents 1 minute. If we set it to 5 minutes, then each candlestick represents 5 minutes. If we select M15, then each candlestick appears at 15-minute intervals. And as for the actual number of trades, of course, there will undoubtedly be significantly more on M1, because for a specific reversal pattern to properly form for successful trading with the superhero system, which is, in essence, a comprehensive reversal trading system. So, in order for such a reversal to occur, when we get a trade, you need, for example, about 20 to 30 candlesticks. But when we trade on the H1 chart, just imagine that instead of 1 minute for a single candlestick to form, it takes a whole hour. Accordingly, for a reversal to appear, it would take about 20 to 30 hours. And of course, not every reversal is suitable for trading, so on the H1 chart, on the hourly time frame, we will have very few signals. On the M1 chart, there will be a lot of signals. But when it comes to the quality of the signals, it's the opposite. On H1, the signals will be the most accurate, but there will be few of them. On M1, there will be many signals, but they will be less accurate and have a small profit potential. To give you a better understanding of what I'm talking about, I'll just add Bollinger Bands to the chart. So you understand, for example, if a reversal forms somewhere around here, then the potential price movement towards the close of the trading day is about 5 to 10 points. And in reality, here we have 13 individual trades, a very good profit factor, but we only managed to make 700 points in total. And that's not much. And the potential price movement towards the potential profit of each individual trade will be very, very small. Now just imagine this scenario. It's one thing if you are sitting directly and attentively right in front of the live price chart, meticulously observing and waiting for this specific signal to appear. You successfully receive the signal, and then, within a mere minute, with a minimal and acceptable delay of about 10 to 15 seconds, which is just enough precious time to efficiently open the quotes window and then confidently click either buy or sell on the incredibly useful utility that I personally provide to every single buyer, it might realistically take you approximately 15 to 20 seconds in total, and you basically won't lose many valuable points at all. But now, just imagine you are actively trading based on these crucial signals that conveniently come directly to your smartphone. And let's say, for instance, you receive a signal right here, precisely at this particular price level. You received this signal from here. By the time you took out your phone, opened it, checked what kind of signal it was, found the asset to trade, and set the trade size you needed, several minutes had passed, and during that time the quotes had already moved here. So, you received the signal and reacted almost instantly within a couple of minutes, but the potential has already shifted. The price movement, even more than half of the price movement had already happened by that point, by the time you reached the closing level. That's why the M1 time frame is very poorly suited for trading, because on this time frame, you simply won't have time to execute all these trades. And as for the spread, part of your trade will be eaten up by the spread as well. For example, a third or a quarter of your trade will be taken by the spread. So, from each signal, you will be left with only a small number of points that you can actually earn. That's not much. But when it comes to losses, those will be full losses. As for profit, it will be profit that is reduced due to several factors. These are the size of the spread, and secondly, your reaction time. Let's take another example. Here, I've just set a level right here, as you can see, where we would enter the market right here. And while you take out your phone and set everything up, get ready to trade. Press the button to buy or sell in the right direction. By the time the trade goes through, half the move to the closing level is already done. And instead of 6 points, you'll get 3 points of profit, half of which will be eaten up by the spread. So your profit will be just this small section. That's why I don't recommend M1, because the potential move in each trade on this time frame will be very small. M5 is already much better. Here, for example, we just look and see that the channel size is 10 points. Here, with high volatility, let's say it's 20 points. That was on M1, but here, just for comparison, let's add an indicator that will draw our channel, and here the potential move within the channel will already be 40 points. And with high volatility, for example, here it's 20. Somewhere around here, it's approximately 25 units. And then somewhere over here, it's roughly 40 units. And at this particular point, the potential move, let's say we have received a clear signal to confidently open a new trade at precisely this specific level. Somewhere here. Approximately 5 minutes have now passed, and we have already successfully managed to react promptly and execute a profitable trade here. And we still possess more than sufficient room to comfortably lock in our accumulated profit. Furthermore, we can clearly observe that on the M5 channel, the current spread is already relatively quite small, indeed taking up only about a mere tenth of the entire channel's overall size. As for M15, the situation will be even better. So in this way, let's just open M15 and remove the grid. Here, let's apply the superhero indicator. Wait, I'm getting in my own way here. Superhero trading system, that's what we're using. That was H1, so now this is M15. Here are our carefully selected quotes. Let's thoughtfully apply them right here, okay? And now, as you can see, we successfully have it. I'll put myself in place. Apply the Bollinger Bands indicator, okay? And now let's carefully look at the channel width. Here, it's at least 40 significant points. So, when a clear reversal pattern appears here, first of all, you'll definitely have ample time to react effectively, because each individual candle represents a 15-minute period. That's the very first important thing. So in these 15 minutes, you'll absolutely have sufficient time to grab your mobile phone and execute a well-considered trade. Secondly, the overall channel width is quite considerably wide. On average, it's approximately about 40 points, which genuinely gives you a very large and comfortable margin for potential movement from the trade's initial opening level to the precise level where you ultimately decide to close the trade. So it turns out that over 5,000 bars on the EUR AUD pair on the 15-minute time frame, we made a profit here. That's 1,200 points on M1 and 700 on M15, although of course 5,000 bars on the 1-minute chart is 5,000 minutes, and on the 15-minute chart you have to multiply 5,000 by 15, so these are different time intervals. But M15 is more interesting for trading, and of course you need to understand that this is multi-currency trading. I'm showing it only on one currency pair, but you should realize that this will work, say, on 20 currency pairs. So accordingly, 1,200 multiplied by 20 is how it should work for us. And that will be pure profit. But on M1, this is very approximate, because here in the statistics window, the spread size is not taken into account, nor is the time when, just because you did not pull out your phone in time, instead of making a trade at this level, you made it here. And here we got some small profit, but at this level you will just have zero, if not a loss. So I advise you to trade on M15, where a sufficient number of new signals for trading will be generated and there will be profit. You will be making a profit. more in each trade than on M1.